So imagine, right? You're this junior developer, fresh out of school, landed your dream job at this like super cool tech company. You're ready to, take on the world, code all day. But then you hit that learning curve. It's like, whoa, there's so much to learn. It can feel pretty overwhelming, to be honest.
Oh, absolutely. And that's exactly the problem that this agentic software delivered services framework is trying to tackle. ASDS for short.
Catchy, right?
Yeah, I think they workshopped that one for a while. But you sent this document over, and it's basically a whole new approach to like developer enablement. It's using AI to help those junior devs get up to speed faster.
Yeah, when we talk about the tech industry, everyone's always saying, we need more developers, we need more skilled developers. But it takes time, right?
Years.
Years to build up that experience.
Exactly. And this framework is like, hey, what if we could speed that up? What if we could use AI to give these junior developers a serious advantage?
Okay, so less waiting, more coding, I like it. But how does it actually work? I mean, the document talks about these curated prompts, which honestly sounds a little bit like, just typing stuff into ChatGPT.
Right. So you're not wrong. But these prompts are, they're special. They're designed to like make the AI act like, a real coding expert.
Okay, so it's not just asking the AI to write you a poem or something. It's more like
giving it a role to play. Like imagine you're working on this super complex piece of code, and you need someone to like review it, someone with years of experience.
like a senior developer.
Exactly. So you could use what they call a system prompt, and you tell the AI something like, "Okay, AI, for the next hour, I need you to be a senior developer who's an expert in cybersecurity."
Whoa. So the AI is like role-playing as this seasoned pro.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the document actually says these system prompts are all about setting the stage, right?
Yeah.
They define how the AI is going to behave. But then there are also these task prompts, which are more focused. Like let's say you're stuck on a bug.
Yeah.
You could use a task prompt like find the logical flaw in this function and suggest a fix.
So it's like having an on-demand debugging buddy.
Pretty much.
But what really caught my eye? These chain of thought prompts. That sounds kind of deep.
Yeah, so these are designed to make the AI think step by step, like the way a human developer would approach a problem.
So instead of just spitting out an answer.
Right, it's showing its work, explaining its reasoning. And studies have shown that this actually makes the AI more accurate, especially with like really complex tasks.
That's wild. So it's not just about getting the right answer. It's about understanding how the AI got there.
Exactly. And imagine being a junior developer, right?
Right.
Having access to that kind of step-by-step guidance.
It'd be like having a senior developer looking over your shoulder, explaining everything as they go.
A constant mentor in the cloud.
Okay, so we've got these prompts that can turn AI into a coding guru, but what about actually, doing stuff, building things, deploying things? The document mentions these function calling tools, which honestly sounds a bit like magic.
Well, it's not magic exactly. It's more like, think of it this way. You're working on a project, and you need to deploy a microservice to Kubernetes. Now, normally, that's a whole bunch of steps, right?
Oh, yeah. Lots of configuration, lots of potential for things to go wrong.
Exactly. But with a function calling tool, you can just tell the AI, deploy this, make sure it has health checks, set up a rollback mechanism just in case, and boom, the AI handles it all for you.
Whoa, that is kind of magic. It's like having a robot DevOps team at your fingertips.
Yeah, it really streamlines the whole process.
Okay, but hold on. The document also mentions AI agents. Are those just like fancy function calling tools?
Not quite.
Yeah.
AI agents are more like specialized workflows. They can tackle specific tasks autonomously. Like imagine an AI agent called Code Refactor Agent. Right. So you feed it your code, and it like analyzes everything, identifies areas for improvement, suggests ways to make it cleaner, more efficient.
It's like a little code cleaning robot running around in your project.
Yeah, something like that.
So I'm starting to see how all these pieces fit together. Prompts, function calling, AI agents. It's like a whole AI-powered toolkit for developers.
And there's one more piece. It's not just about the AI doing all the work. It's also about providing real-time support, guidance. The document talks about pair programming tools like GitHub Copilot or Cursor
Oh, yeah, I've heard of those. They're like virtual coding buddies, right?
Exactly. They can offer code suggestions, auto-completion, even catch potential errors before they, become big problems.
So it's like having a senior developer constantly looking over your shoulder.
Offering helpful tips, making sure you're on the right track.
Okay, I'm starting to see the potential here. It's like this framework is taking everything great about having a senior developer mentor
The guidance, the expertise, the constant feedback,
and turning it into this like AI-powered experience.
it's a whole new way of learning and developing software.
I'm already blown away. We're going to dive deeper into all of this after a quick.
One thing that really jumped out at me in this document was this idea of making junior developers client-ready faster. Like
Yeah.
traditionally, it takes a while, right, for new developers to, get to that point where they can work directly with clients.
Yeah, I mean, you don't just throw someone fresh out of school into a high-stakes client meeting.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There's a lot of, hand-holding, mentoring, gradual exposure to more complex projects.
Building up that confidence, that experience.
Right. But this ASDS framework, it's like, what if we could accelerate that whole process? What if we could use AI to, like, bridge that gap?
So instead of months or even years, we're talking weeks.
Potentially, yeah.
Yeah.
Because these junior developers are essentially learning from, like, AI experts, right?
Mm-hmm.
Getting that real-time feedback, guidance.
It's like condensing years of experience into a much shorter time frame. I mean, that could have huge implications for how development teams are structured.
Oh, absolutely. Think about it. If junior developers can become productive contributors faster, you could have smaller, more agile teams.
Where those junior devs are taking on more responsibility sooner.
Exactly. It could really change the game.
And it's not just about speed either. The document also talks about how this framework could lead to like better code quality overall.
Oh, for sure. Because those AI agents, those pair programming tools, they're not just helping developers work faster. They're also like enforcing best practices, catching potential errors early on.
It's like having a built-in quality assurance system right there in your code editor.
Pretty much.
I'm starting to see why the authors of this document are so excited about this.
It's a pretty radical idea.
Yeah.
But let's circle back to the human side of things for a second.
Yeah, we've talked a lot about how this could benefit junior developers. But what about the senior devs? The ones who are usually doing all that mentoring, all that code review?
Right. And, if AI is handling more of those more routine tasks,
What does that mean for the skills that human developers will need in the future?
that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? I mean, knowing how to write code will always be important, right?
Right.
But in this new world, I think we'll see a greater emphasis on things like conceptual thinking, problem solving, the ability to work effectively with AI.
So less about memorizing syntax, more about understanding the big picture.
Exactly. Being able to, like, define the problem, break it down, and then work with the AI to find solutions.
It's almost like developers are becoming the architects of the software.
And the AI is the construction crew, bringing their vision to life.
I like that analogy.
And it highlights another crucial skill, too, communication.
Not just with the AI, but with clients, with other stakeholders.
Right. Being able to explain those complex technical concepts in a way that everyone understands, that's going to be even more important.
And I bet this will have a huge impact on education and training, too.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, if this framework becomes widely adopted, computer science curriculums are going to have to adapt.
We might see a shift towards teaching students, like, the principles of AI.
How to interact with it effectively, how to leverage its capabilities.
So that's a whole new set of skills.
Like a whole new way of thinking about software development.
This is all so exciting, but also a bit overwhelming,
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
It feels like we're on the verge of this massive shift.
Like the whole industry is about to transform.
And this ASDS framework, it's just one example, but it's a clear indicator of where things are headed.
The future of software development is going to be this partnership between humans and AI.
Each playing to their strengths.
And as we move into this new era, I think it's important to remember that this is a journey, not a destination.
We're going to have to be adaptable, open to learning.
Constantly evaluating how we can use these new tools to create better software.
To solve those really complex problems that we're facing.
It's a challenge, but it's also an incredible opportunity.
I completely agree. And it's a conversation that we need to keep having as this technology evolves, as new possibilities emerge.
As we're talking about all this, one thing that keeps coming back to me is it's not just about like learning a new programming language.
Yeah.
or mastering some, fancy new tool.
It's deeper than that.
Yeah, it's a fundamental shift in how we think about software development, right?
Absolutely. It's a whole new way of approaching problems, finding solutions,
Developers are going to have to get comfortable working alongside AI.
understanding its strengths, its limitations.
It's a whole new kind of collaboration.
And that brings up another crucial skill, critical thinking.
Yeah.
Just because the AI suggests a solution doesn't mean it's always the best one.
Right. So developers will still need to be able to evaluate those AI-generated solutions, spot potential problems, and ultimately make the final call.
Exactly. Human judgment, intuition, those are still going to be essential in this new world of AI-assisted development.
And I bet adaptability will be huge, too. I mean, the world of AI is constantly changing.
Absolutely. New tools, new techniques emerging all the time.
Developers are going to have to be lifelong learners.
Always willing to embrace new technologies, adapt their skills.
And speaking of adapting, this document also highlights the importance of, managers in this new framework. It's not just about letting the AI run wild.
Right. There's still a crucial role for human leadership.
Senior developers, managers, they'll need to provide guidance, mentorship.
Make sure these AI tools are being used responsibly, effectively.
It's like they're becoming the conductors of an orchestra, where the AI is playing the instruments, but the conductor,
Sets the tempo, guides the overall performance.
Exactly.
And just like a good conductor, they need to foster that collaborative environment where both humans and AI can thrive, contribute their unique strengths.
Wow, this ASDS framework has given us so much to think about. It's like a glimpse into a future where AI and humans work side by side, pushing the boundaries of what's possible in software development.
It really is. And as we wrap up our deep dive today, I want to leave you with this thought. The adoption of AI in software development, it's inevitable. It's happening.
The real question is, how are we going to shape this transformation?
Are we going to use AI to empower developers to build better software, to solve the world's most challenging problems?
Or will we allow it to, lead us down a path of just automation and job displacement?
The choices we make today, they're going to determine the course of this industry for years to come.
It's a call to action for all of us. Developers, managers, educators, policymakers.
You need to step up, ensure that AI is used ethically, responsibly.
To ensure it benefits not just the tech industry, but society as a whole.
That's the key.
This has been an incredible deep dive, and I hope you found it as insightful and thought-provoking as we have.
It's been a pleasure exploring this with you.
Thanks for joining us on this journey into the future of software development.
And remember,
the future is not something that just happens to us.
it's something we create.
Together,